Well, hello YouTube. Tom Johnson in the Daily Life back at you. Hope you had a good weekend last weekend. Today is 27th of January 2014. And as I say, I do hope you enjoyed that very brief warming trend in North America, at least in the eastern half of it. Um, West's been warm forever. I mean, God, you've had such a nice winter out there. I wish I could move out the West Coast because it's just warm, warm, warm. Over here in the east, it's cold, cold, cold. But there's nothing we can do about the weather, except kind of roll with the punches that Mother Nature wants to give us. Right? Right. We're all set to go for another week on Daily Life. We got 5 wonderful shows set up for you. And the first show today... Ooh, my mouse battery's getting low. Wow, would you look at that? I don't know if you can see this on camera. We'll try to get in. Oh yeah, you can see it on camera pretty well actually. That little red light that's flashing means that my mouse is low on batteries. And luckily, I happen to have some batteries. Now these are for illustration purposes only. Do not use rechargeable batteries in a computer mouse. Will not go over well. I got these batteries from a phone. I got other batteries out in the living room, or if you like backstage, since this is the studio. That would go in a thing like a computer mouse. I just noticed that. When this show's done, I'm going to have to change the batteries on my mouse. This is the bottom of the mouse. You can see that green light there, just so you can tell the difference between red and green. If you're colorblind, it's not going to make an ounce of difference. But anyway. Right. I want to talk to you today about dating sites. Now, I've done a lot of stuff about dating and relationships, but dating sites are a new phenomenon, really. They've just come into being with the creation of the internet. It used to be, okay, this is how dating used to be. You'd see a girl you'd like, you'd talk to her, and if you were lucky, you'd get her phone number. And then the next day or a couple of days later, you'd pick up the phone like this, you'd go, ba-da-ba-ba-ba, be like, hey, Jennifer, would you like to go out for dinner sometime? And then she'd be like, oh, yes. And then you'd go out on a date. And that was a date. Not anymore. You don't do that anymore, do you? No. If you exchange phone numbers, your phone that you're exchanging them for won't look like that. It'll most likely look like this. And it probably won't even look like this because this is a BlackBerry, and I know that I'm one of the small minority that owns a BlackBerry. It'll look like an iPhone. And I can't hold an iPhone up for you because I don't own one. Old school, I stick with my BlackBerry. And then you'll text, you see? And then if you can't get a girl, say you just can't go out at all for whatever reason, you don't like going out and you don't like finding girls at bars or in the grocery store or wherever, you do what this show is about, which is a dating site. Now, I understand that, hey, I just have noticed that there is a timer atop the window that I'm watching myself, so I don't even have to do the online timer anymore. That's going to make the length of the shows almost exactly 10 minutes every time, starting tomorrow. Anyway, so you go on a dating site. Now, dating sites, there's a number of them. There's free ones and there's pay ones. I am going to talk about the ones that I know. Probably the most popular free one is called Plenty of Fish, or POF. Then they have pay ones such as eHarmony. I know Match.com advertises a lot. What are the other ones? Christian Mingle, that one's on TV all the time. They have like senior ones for people who are over 50, for older. There's one that's like, it's our time. But anyway, so how do these dating sites work, you might ask? Well, if you want to ask that question, you're perfectly within your rights to do so. Don't ask Tom Johnson because he has no idea how they work. As best as I can tell, what you do is you fill out a profile, you take a picture of yourself, and then the computer uses some algorithm to match you up with a girl or a guy, if you're a girl, or if you're a lesbian, another girl, or if you're gay, another guy. You roll with those punches. Times are changing. If you have anything against homosexuals, just turn the show off. You can't watch my show. This is an inclusive show. We welcome people of all sexual orientations, races, creeds, colors. Everybody's allowed to watch Daily Life. The more the merrier is what I say. Just got off of my topic. Right, so dating sites. What was I talking about? This is what happens when I get on tangent. Sometimes I can't get off the tangent. So anyway, okay, the algorithms, I think is what I was talking about. I don't buy that personally. I think it's just two guys sitting in the back being like, hey, these two would go together. That's my own personal opinion. I don't think it has anything to do with computers at all. I think it's just two guys sitting around in the back, just like they used to sign the money. Fun fact, the first Prime Minister of Canada drank a lot of alcohol. It's a random fact. Nothing to do with dating sites at all. His name was Sir John A. Macdonald. Sir John, if you're watching up there, I hope you're a fan of the Daily Life show. But anyway, enough about Sir John A. Macdonald. He was a great guy, but that's not what this show is about. It's about dating sites. So you have your profile, and then you're like, hey, that girl looks like I want to message her. She looks like a fun gal. She's pretty, and I think I'd like to go on a date with her. Now what do? Now is the hard part. Doing the profile thing was easy, and you spent 5 hours on that. Now you have to write a message to a girl. What do? Rule number 1, never talk about past relationships. Rule number 2, talk about things that girls care about. Now you're going to say, Tom, I'm on a dating site. I don't know what girls care about. If I knew what girls cared about, I wouldn't be on a dating site. I'd be out doing stuff with a girl on a date or whatever you have. I'd be getting married. I'd be having kids. I'd be driving cars. Wouldn't you say that to me? I'm sure you would. But you don't. So you're on the dating site and you're like, what do I write? Now, I just told you rule number 1. Rule number 2 is talk about things that she cares about. Now, what do girls care about? First and foremost, girls want to hear about what you want to do in the future. This comes from extensive experience. It comes from extensive experience watching television. Girls want to hear about the future. They want to hear your goals, your dreams, your aspirations. What do you want to do? And I'm sorry, girls, but a lot of the guys who talk to you about these things, they're downright lying. They don't want to solve world hunger. They don't want to create world peace. They don't want to make sure that every child has a free universal education. They just want to see you naked. I am the only guy that will tell you this. And you may say, no, my guy isn't like that. He really does want to solve world hunger. No, he does not. He does not care about world hunger. Unless he is Craig Kielburger, a man who I am not that fond of. He just wants to see your boobs. That's all he wants to do. I know it's cynical. I'm not a cynical guy, but this is a cynical viewpoint, and it just happens to be true. It just is. Anyway, that's pretty much all I have to say about dating sites, except for the fact that if you're going to do a profile on a dating site, do it smart. You meet up with a girl, use protection, go into a health center, or if you live on campus or at a university, the health center at my university, there's a bowl of free condoms sitting right there on the counter. You may as well grab one. It's red. Don't know if it's flavored. Not into that stuff myself, but get one. Be safe out there on dating sites. Meet in a public place. You don't know who this girl is. You don't know who this guy is. They don't know who you are. Got to do it safe. Don't ask them to come over to your house until you've seen them in public first. And if they have a weapon, better call the police, or else you could have problems. That is all I have to say for this day. We'll be back tomorrow. In the meantime, have a great night. Find someone to stay warm. If you can't find someone to stay warm with, make a profile on a dating site. That's it. Tom Johnson, The Daily Life, signing off. We'll see you back right here tomorrow. Bye-bye.